very last topic we'll be going into this morning is a violence topic. It's a very, very violence topic, and you don't want to know what will be coming out of that. So there's a conversation on the table. I mean, this is an observation. I have observed that a lot of the young men who are coming up now to say they want to sit home, they want to be sit-home husbands, and so that they have women who would take care of them and all of that. And that's some of the narratives that are happening on social media lately. You find young men say, look, it's about time we also sat home and become sit-home husbands, and so on and so forth. As to whether that is possible or not, I don't know. I think people should have their interests. But most importantly, another observation which we are going to discuss now is that a lot of women, when they pray, a lot of them, and I'm not saying all women, a lot of women, when they pray, they actually pray, they don't pray that the women will become rich, but they pray that God will continue to bless their husbands.
There are some women who are not
allow the host to land. What is this?
But if I say they pray for husbands, it means they are married. Or can single women pray for their husbands?
So you say a lot of
women, when they pray, they pray that their husbands get rich and not for they themselves. Does that mean they are married women?
Yes. If you don't have,
so that's it. That puts the issue to rest.
Okay.
Also, actually contextual.
Okay.
So I'm saying that a lot of women, when they pray, they don't pray that the women will become rich, but they pray that their husbands would be rich, so they continue to take care of them. And that's the conversation we're having this morning. Alon, you are a protagonist.
Yeah.
In this discussion.
Uh-huh.
And Samira is an antagonist. So you start the conversation and then Samira comes in.
No, this is true. You see, it is too true that lots of married women and even to be married women, to be wives, before they take the man home, na bema roya juma ben mini chon doko wona zange madigi.
Which language is that?
Berenje bigada. You know. So what happens? You want to
go over.
Oye Juma Ben. Mini
chon, that's gone.
Doko wona.
Ever.
Zange married.
And which language is that?
That's Guan.
Be careful. Wouldn't be in Tahoe.
Which language is that?
That one is Frantobo. Frantobo language.
From where?
Frantobo. No, but go with your point.
And
stop misbehaving.
So this is how the conversation starts. And the idea is from that the man is coming to pick another adult and take care of the adult. So we need to present you to our parents. What does it? Oh, he's a doctor. He is a journalist. He is a lecturer. He is an engineer. He is an accountant. He is this, he is that. So one of the ways of validating the man is that he does something and he can take care of you. So that is where the prayer begins. Because the woman knows that when I get into the marriage, I will be taken care of and not to take care of. You see, so when they pray.
And why are you limiting taking care of to only financial?
Oh, taking care of that's what it is. Almost things must be bought. A lot of things have been commodified, so the things must be paid for. Okay, things must be paid for. And bills must be paid, fees must be paid, rent must be paid, hospital bills must be taken care of,
and children must be buffed. Washings must go on in the home.
These days, lots of these women have domestic assistants. Please, almost everything.
And the men pay for such domestic assistants. The women don't bring any contribution to the
assistants. That's what I said. I didn't say the women don't do anything. I'm saying they are assisted.
But your initial statement was about how women are supposed to be taken care of, and you didn't leave a caveat that you can bring your assistants. Now you are trying to.
You are the one being absolutist here. I am making my point.
No.
That anytime we say something must be done, we are not saying the 100% that is what it is. If we say he works.
Okay, so your issue is about financial burden.
Yes, financial burden because everything has been commodified and things must be paid for.
Right.
Every single thing. I don't know what we don't pay for. Even the air we breathe, we pay for it, don't you?
Who do you pay that to?
We pay for that in ECG bills.
In Ghana alone.
You know, so when they pray, they are praying that I can get a man who can do these things for me. Even if I can do it, I still need a man who can support me to do these things. Okay, so instead of the woman concentrating on praying, doing things to get this independence for themselves, they have shifted that prayer topic to God. That my man should do. So even in conversations, when they meet their friends, hey, meet them, he does this for me, he's bought this for me, he's all the time. So even when they go back, so your husband, what exactly does your husband do? Is he working at all? We've been praying,
So is that why the young men are now saying they want to be sit-home husbands?
Of course, because they also want the woman to go.
So would they carry the children? Would they? I mean, okay, well, that's what a sit-home husband will mean.
Yeah, but they would also, the woman too will pay for domestic assistance too.
Okay. So you want the table to turn.
Yeah.
Sarah, let me pick your position.
I'll sit up. I thought I was the one on the floor.
We don't have enough time, Okay, you wrap up.
You get that from the floor. You were the one on the floor.
Now, you go back on the floor and dirty yourself. Go on the floor.
So the women, we want to tell them to continue praying for us.
Can you imagine?
Since they won't pray for themselves and make their own money. No, it's a big problem.
So for you think women should move towards economic empowerment for themselves? They should be economically empowered.
That is what I've been preaching. And you see, it is a big problem even for all the women declarations, the 31st December movement, the Beijing 95, that all this empower yourself we've been speaking about. We've been talking about empowering yourself. Women rather continue to empower men. And that's the truth. And we've seen that in some elections, they won't vote for themselves. Nana Konedu came, go to parliament around 39-40 out of 275. And women, 2020 elections, we saw a woman.
Meanwhile, the female population is voting population is higher.
And this is data. Why are they not helping themselves? And it translates in everything they do. It's as if within their mind that barrier is that they don't want to break it. You are praying for your husband to get a good job. Don't you want a good job yourself? You are praying for your husband to buy you a car. You have 2 hands, you have 4 brains, you have legs. Can't you work to get yourself a car? Then if disrespect comes and I talk about it, people say, oh, whatever, if you do things for another. But see, come on, this is power relations. Whatever your feminism or whatever you want to talk about, the moment somebody is in a position of financial power, this is who pays the piper determine the tune, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure that as liberal as you are at home, you even make certain decisions, and that is final.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is tied to your finance.
And some of these things are psychology. You do them without knowing.
Yeah, that's
because
what it
you feel
is.
you are the one who is.
Even at the workplace.
Yeah.
Whoever is the one in power is the one who is paying the staff, and we do. And this thing permeates everywhere within the home. And the woman, when they go back to pray, they are praying that, oh, my husband should change jobs, he should get money to buy a land, he should get money to do this. All of these things just undo this whole woman empowerment. So this morning I have broken down this whole conversation around praying. The women should pray for themselves too. They also need money. You see, you need money to do your hair and do your pedicure and all of that. Pray that God should also bless me so that I can make my money and also support my husband. And that is why
support or be the spend in the home. Support is different from.
But they think that if they spend money on men don't like. They like it. If you buy gift for your husbands, they might not express it, but they appreciate it.
I have a shoe my wife bought for me anytime I wear.
Yeah, and it's a very good,
beautiful, right?
very beautiful shoe, and you're always happy.
Yeah.
You see, we also, that's burden. If not, you would have to take money out and pay for that shoe.
That would be like some 500 Ghana cedis.
So instead of them praying for themselves, I need to work, get money, and also give something to my husband, they will shift the prayer to the man, for the man to go and work and shift back.
Let me pick Samira's thought.
Are you still leaving me? I thought I was on the floor.
Elom, you can't be on the floor forever. You must get up at some point. Samira, quickly.
No, first of all, Elom is making this argument. I think is based on fallacious generalizations. First of all, they praying for the men does not guarantee the men jobs. Show me a correlation between prayer.
But you're a Christian.
Hold on.
You don't believe that prayers can get.
See, these are the.
You're talking like me.
These are the facts of the matter. But so let's break it down. Elom is talking as if I go to church and I pray that my neighbor should get employed, is as though because of the prayer the person will be employed. But really, even in the Bible, it says that faith without works is vain. You don't pray and just sit down and get jobs. You have to follow through with actions.
So you can do the work without faith.
What?
You can do the work without faith.
Well, some people still do. Okay. And some people don't still believe in any God, but they are still excelling. And so, first of all, that particular the basis on which this argument is on has fallen straight into water. They praying does not mean that they are guaranteeing the men jobs to come and look after them. I think that most issues about women going to church, women being when you look at the church population, a lot of women are there is because, first of all, they just want a deity to be closer to, a symbol that will tell them that everything is going to be okay. But I know people who go and pray that they should. Everybody in their family should be at the same place. Their children, their husbands, and any other person.
Samira, you're not attacking the issue.
Hold on. I'm coming.
I think I've won this debate.
Oh, come on.
No, you're making Elom have a. No. You're not attacking the issue.
No, hold on.
Let me help you put the issue on the path.
No, hold on.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm saying that they don't go and pray that my husband should be better at my own expense. And that is what Elom is seeking to propagate.
That is what it is.
No, and I'm saying that is not what it is. Because especially for women who have families, they even pray for their children more than they pray for their husbands.
So you're saying that if they pray for their husbands, they pray for themselves as well?
I'm saying they pray for their family.
Okay.
I don't see anyone who will go to church and pray for the husband.
But when they are praying for the family, the prayer point for the husband will not be the same as when they are praying for themselves. And that's what Elom is saying.
And it will be because...
So for the woman, when she prays that God give me the wisdom to keep this home intact. God give me the wisdom to raise the children and all of that.
And now they become survivors in the marriage.
Actually, I think that it's because of the preconceived notions we have about the desires of women. That's why we think that is what they pray for.
Yeah, but preconceived thoughts are also not out of this. They don't fall from the sky.
Because the people I know won't go to church and say that I want wisdom to hold this. Apparently, a lot. Okay, so look at the women who are working, women in various positions that go to some of these women revival and all of that. It is just about them, their professional lives. It is just about them. We've moved from where a lot of women are family oriented to where a lot of women are doing all combined. And so you find all of them trying to pray for every aspect of their lives. I don't see why women who go to churches pray for their husbands at the expense of them.
We are talking about the prayer points. When they pray for themselves, it is not the same as when they are praying for their husbands. They don't call or pray for the same things. And that is what the point Elom is making. And Elom is actually calling for some liberalization for the woman to know that when you go and you do the prayers for your husband, pray for yourself too.
And I'm saying,
hold on. And when you are praying for yourself, the same prayers you are saying for your husband that they should grow economically, pray that same prayer for yourself so you also grow economically. I think it's just a call in liberalizing the minds of our women.
I understand, but
they won't do that because the women think that they must be taken care of. No, this is the problem.
No,
Samira won't accept.
No. When you are let me land. Hold on. You see, a lot of women that go to these churches, a lot of them are market women. In fact, they take care of the homes, if we are being honest. And so they go there, pray so much that their businesses go on well, so they'll take care of the home. Yeah. This is not any exactly. And so I think that they pray for the whole family instead of they saying that my husband should be this and I should be that. So you go and pray for the business of your husband, and what is your business doing?
How many times are we going to hear? So this your boyfriend, what does he do for you? What has he bought for you on your birthday? So doesn't he take you out? See, all of these things are the things
they feed into.
You should stop asking for. So why didn't you give me this? I came to visit.
But Samira, do you agree that the first question your family, be it educated or not, would ask the average family, right? Let me use the word average. The average family would ask, what's it called? A woman about their prospective husband is what work he does.
I think
you agree with that.
I agree.
You agree that is what happens.
I agree that is what happens.
So what could be driving that particular question? Why you're not asking me what my moral standing in society and all of that? And the first and foremost question is what you do. And in fact, I have seen a lot of very beautiful souls fall to this, economically empowered young men, and the families in most instances don't even care about the source of funding. They don't care. All that matters is the funding is there. I've had a girlfriend who was snatched from me because of, and that guy is struggling now,
And then I'm saying, you remember on this show, I told you that particular notion of bride price, that particular notion of power relations between the bride family and groom's family is a huge problem.
No, Samira, we have
hello. Let her land.
Hello, what is your problem?
You want to remain on the floor? Samira, please go on the floor. Go on the floor.
So
this is a debate.
Go on the floor and dirty yourself.
So that whole issue, even on social media, there was this debate about the fact that it is only men who cater for the wedding bills, the person who pay bride price.
That one is not true, but the majority.
Yes, so bride price, wedding gown, food, even gifts for the girl's family and all of that. And we are saying that let's move the discussion from when you go to the person's house, let the person also know that, look, this is my policy. And then the families of male children should start speaking up.
Then you don't want the man to be respected. I know a man who went for his own wedding. The wedding was fully paid for by the woman's family, and he was even packing chairs after the wedding. Of course, but I know he is my friend.
Yes, and
he was
also
packing chairs.
Also a certain.
It's supposed to be 50-50.
A certain Kweku who is driving the woman's car.
Yeah.
The woman's car lives with the woman's family, and Kweku has been turned into a driver.
Yeah.
Kweku 10 grocery
errand boy.
How again about the women who also are in houses where they are just home, family members who come, they have to cook for them, you go and run errand for this person, I think it's the same thing. What we are trying to solve.
That is what Elom doesn't want. He is calling for some financial empowerment for the woman as well,
and that is what I'm all for.
So that you don't turn.
So you don't turn into
that is one.
I can see Reverend Lady itching. She's itching.
Reverend is itching.
Yeah, she's itching to join the conversation. So we are going to start with that particular conversation, but obviously she's here on a different mission. She's here to tell us about some very charitable causes she's been championing in society. But I'll just let her, start off her conversation with this very one before we even go into all of the other discussions here on the show. I've been joined in the studios by Princess Ada Ayoka. I hope I got the name correctly.
Yes.
Princess, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is your first time on my show.
Yes, this is my first time.
Yeah, we are pleased to have you. I'm sure the team is pleased to have you.
Yeah.
You can give us your contribution on the discussion we're having.
I want to say good morning to Elom.
Yeah.
I think that you are in some box. You need to come out of it. And for the first time, I've seen a woman losing a debate with Samira. It looks like we have to, you never you never win a debate with a woman. We might not be right, but we are loud enough. She just wants to be at the factual part. That's how come, some Elom is scoring some point. Truth of the matter is that let's move away from Christianity, religion. We are Africans. African tradition states that, emphatically, the principle, a man should be a step ahead of a woman in things. And so if a woman is praying for a husband, it's not because they don't have a level of desire to be empowered. The Bible says that pray for those in authority. In a house, the man is the authority. So for the woman to pray for the man, it means that she has the power to pray for herself, and she extends it to the authority in the house. Women are not praying for husbands because they think or they assume the men should take care of them. I agree, it was a mentality some years ago. But now where we find ourselves, we have women praying for themselves and praying for their husbands. But
the prayer points are different, and that's what Elom seeks to do.
The prayer points are different because we are praying for the man to be better, for the head of the family to be better, for the authority of the house to be better. We do that for a reason because women and power is always almost a crash if it's not managed well.
Okay.
The desire for every woman is hungering for power. It's natural. And if they are financially empowered to a level and it's not matured enough to control, it will be a problem.
Why aren't you using the same yardstick for the men who are mature? We have a lot of immature men who also have power.
Look, men are men, and men will forever be the head of the family.
I disagree.
You disagree.
Women can take positions, but men are men. God has a reason. Even if he created a woman a minute after a man, he has a reason for doing that.
You are a Christian, and that's what your doctrines teach.
I disagree, actually.
I think we will need like a whole day on this conversation.
Yes, no, I am not against a woman being empowered.
Host, is my mic off?
I'm in support of a woman to be empowered. I really appreciate single mothers, women who are empowered, who have the financial strength, who are able to take care of the home, who are able to respect the men, who are able to do every other thing. I rally behind that campaign.
Right.
But again, a man should also have a position. And so if you have the power to pray for yourself and stay strong, we know men don't have the longevity or the desire to pray for themselves as much.
Oh, really?
Men no.
Well, I'm not prayerful, so.
But your wife is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Obviously.
She does.
And you see, and sometimes you are a bit reluctant because you know, well, she'll probably take care of that.
No. That's because my religious beliefs are so different.
Are different. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but point is that women are supposed to have what they are supposed to have. Men are supposed to have what they are supposed to have. But there's nothing wrong for a woman who is empowered or a woman who wishes to be empowered to still pray that a man of the house, the authority, the billboard, the head, the person we all bear his surname, have some level of extra amount beyond me.
So it shouldn't be a war between.
No, it shouldn't be a war. It shouldn't be a war. A man can equally go on his knees and say that, Father, bless my wife.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
It's never a war.
And it doesn't take away.
It doesn't take away who you are and what you are not. But I would also say that women being empowered would also have to come with a level of maturity. I think
just
the men go on their knees, just like men. But you see, let's be honest. Women are powerful, with or without the financial support.
That one is true. That I agree.
Women are powerful.
Unless you test that power.
With or without, you can have all the money.
That's a very strong point.
You can have all the, if a woman says she's going to stress your life, have all the millions, she will stress you out.
Yeah, and bring you down to zero.
Check all the great people.
Yeah.
Revelation, from Genesis to Revelation. If a woman says they are going to bring you down, they'll bring you down.
If we're in a classroom, we would have described as weapon of the weak.
Yeah.
So we think they are weak, but they are very, very.
I'm telling you, women, don't play with this group of people called women.
They have just deflated your entire effort this morning to make it look like until you have financial empowerment.
No, that's not.
No, you don't have to have a financial empowerment for you to.
I am the moderator, and I'm saying that she has deflated your point. So your mic is off.
Women are extremely powerful with or without the money. So when you empower them the more, from education to,
then it becomes double empowerment.
I'm telling you, it needs a level of maturity from the woman's side.
No, I think
I know.
Yeah, this is a very good.
So honestly, I disagree with a lot of points Lady Rev reached. First of all, we don't see any crash when men are already empowered in a system they created. So they get education, they have money, and it is supposed to be the norm. but for a woman, you have to measure the level of empowerment she's supposed to get. Because already you think that women have the power even without money.
Yeah, but that's the point. That
I'm not saying that you have to measure her level of empowerment. Empower women, but we ought to enforce maturity in management.
The argument she's making is that women are naturally empowered because of the things men seek. The thing the man seeks for is with the woman, and that's it.
Everything these men are working for,
everything it is we are working for would end up with what the woman has, and that alone gives them a certain very powerful footing in the relationship.
No.
So when the woman becomes more empowered beyond that natural empowerment, then you need some level of maturity to control it, because that becomes extremely powerful. Do you understand what she's saying?
But it's really difficult for me to come.
In fact, I don't know if we can, Mr. Producer. I think we should continue
we'll
this
do this, yes, some other day.
Yeah,
maybe next week Friday.
Next week Friday, we'll have this conversation. Elom, your mic is off.
Ah,
No, your mic is off. So we'll do this on Friday.